Good morning, everyone. Corey from Aquarium Co-op, starting the day inside the house because Corydoras are laying eggs and zebra danios are eating them. But I'll show that off first, then we'll take a trip in the fish room. So right here we've got Corydoras Barbatus. I haven't shown you guys this tank since I moved a bunch of fish in. If you're watching on or following on Instagram, you've seen pictures and stuff, but currently the new things we brought in went through quarantine out in the fish room and then brought out here. They are spawning. And, you know, there's definitely predators too. The zebra danios and stuff, everyone keeps moving in. They're still laying. I haven't decided if I'm going to be too lazy or not to actually collect the eggs and attempt to raise them, or just let nature take its course here in the living room tank. But got family in town, so I don't know if I have time to raise eggs. But I think it's because we don't run a heater in here and the temperature fluctuates a little bit. But man, do I love Corydoras Barbatus. I don't know if you guys are picking up this nice gold color, but you know, they're a little bit, I won't say aggressive, but they're feisty with each other when they're breeding for sure. You can see that zebra danio keeps getting chased off because it's moving in on those eggs. But you got the big female up here, they're trying to drive the eggs out of her. And it's not the best lighting, but I don't want to change everything and then have them stop, so. But if your Corydoras are doing this, that's spawning behavior. So if you know, they'll dance on glass, but this is the T position, as it's called, that they tend to form with a male on the side and a female kind of being on its side, and it forms the T, where the female would be the top part of the T, and then they end up laying the eggs, which, you know, we just saw them do it, you know, 10 minutes ago, so they might spawn all day long. It's hard to know. We don't know how many females will participate yet. But while they're doing that, I guess I'll show off the rest of the tank here. Got some plants going on in there. I did install CO2. I planted some dwarf sage right here that's going to start running. I just planted it in the pot, made it quick and easy. Put a crinum in here, and you know, really I planted some more dwarf sage, but I want to get some more red plants. I kind of want to order some pink flamingo and stuff like that. I just haven't really been ordering a lot of plants at the moment. It's been so cold. That being said, I do go to the airport tonight. But yeah, we got a Pistogramma cockatoides, orange flash I put in here. I put a lot of fish from the fish room that I wasn't doing anything with. I just decided to enjoy them. So we've got the wild caught angelfish. You can kind of see some of the colors really came out. And you can see all that metallic color once they got here into the this 230-gallon aquarium. And so they're doing their thing. I kind of want to get that extra UV sterilizer out of the back there because it's unsightly. But I installed another one down here. If I open this up, there's no light down here, but we've got the big Eheim Professional 3. We've got the CO2 tank going, and then I also have a UV sterilizer. That's the light you can see. That's letting me know the UV sterilizer is working. But yeah, so we still got the Weiss fish in here. Slowly over time I'll add to it. And obviously I added the Corydoras. I added the big group of neons here. So we got a big group of neon tetras that school around. And yeah, checking in back on the eggs, see if they've laid any more yet. But I need to get out in the fish room and shoot a video, so. Oh, yep, they're laying some on the back now. Now it's in the back glass. You can see she's laying them right now. Of course, the plant's getting in the way. But she's nice and fat, means we've been feeding enough. I've been feeding kind of a decent amount of bloodworms in here. But that's awesome. Hopefully I can get some to raise up. The cover isn't as much as I want. I wish I had all that dwarf sage that we just put in. If it was a full carpet in here, the babies could probably hatch out and some would make it and I wouldn't have to do any work. But right now, if I don't pull eggs, I probably won't get any. But artificially raising some more work. I should be hatching out, you know, live brine, stuff like that, where they could reasonably raise up in here if I was to have more cover. But how do you not love those guys? Alright, I'm heading out into the fish room. We'll film some more fish, and we'll check back in on this later. If there's a bunch more eggs, I'll film it. If not, no worries. Well, I am out in the fish room and it is cold outside, like ridiculously cold for Washington anyway. It's the high today was 35 degrees and there's frost kind of everywhere. My ponds are frozen and maybe I'll get cold and go out to the koi pond, which I did yesterday. And just, by the way, just a couple of days ago I winterized the thing. So any of you that have been around for at least a year now, because I've only been at this house like a year, right? Witnessed last time when this fire hydrant hose or bib basically cracked and froze solid. So I did winterize it just 2 days ago. So I just barely beat this cold. And we got the pond going over here. It's so quiet out right now. It's crazy. It's kind of weird outside. But, you know, ice. We've got ice all along the top here. And you can see there we still have an open patch, right? And that's because I have the bubbles going. And so there's no, I've learned in previous years, you don't want to run your pump because once the ice comes on the top, the water that lands on the top, it'll just overflow. And so you pump all the water from below the ice over, boom, you run out of water, you can kill all your fish. So that's not good, but you know, the koi are slow, you know, they're still all alive. Got the water, or I got the air pumping. And you know, we already shut down all these ponds over here, so they're good to go. But it's kind of that weird, creepy being outside. It's frozen. You know, it's only like 4:30, but it's so dark out here, and it is cold. I know, 35 degrees, right? But craziness is counting. I'm getting back in here because I'm a guy that lives at 80 degrees all the time, right? I'm always in a fish room or a fish store, so brutal cold for me. So that leads to the next thing of people. We keep getting lots of emails and questions and stuff like that. Why can't I find fish on the website? And the answer is this. It's too cold to be shipping fish kind of around the country, and holiday delays. So even some of our packages, unfortunately, like if I send you a sponge filter, we had one guy took like 3 weeks to get to, even though we paid to have it delivered in 3 days. So there's delays, there's lots of packages, all that stuff's going on, and we don't want to be playing with that with live fish. Like, yeah, I can send 72-hour heat packs, but it takes 4 or 5 days and it's this cold. That's a problem, right? Also, my mother-in-law was telling me this morning, as I'm getting ready for work and all that, that she was reading somewhere that we might have the coldest temperatures we've had in a very, very, very long time here in Washington. And, you know, for a lot of you, you're going to go, that's not even that cold, how dare you? But they're claiming it might be, for a few days here next week, negative 14, which for Washington, that is insane cold. Like, I'm not even sure it's been that cold ever since I've been alive, or at least, you know, since I've known temperatures. Like maybe when I was 3 or something, I don't know. But since I don't remember ever being negative 14. That's crazy cold to me. So I'm on hyper alert. Why? Because I work with lots of water. What happens with water and freezing temperatures? Stuff goes wrong. So I'm watching my, kind of my pump system and stuff like that, making sure that the overflow doesn't freeze solid or something, and I don't want anything to split. So I'm going to turn, in fact, right now I'm going to do this because I don't want to forget, right? I'm going to turn this on so I have a slight drip. Let me see if I can do that without it. Oh, of course, it's like there's pressure on it right now because, oh God, come on. So I guess turn that down to just a trickle here. That way it'll help. And maybe you guys, I hope that's not like a wives' tale, but let me get that down. I don't need to go that much. There we go. I've got a little bit of water going through. Is that a real thing? Like, I feel it's a real thing, but is keeping the water dripping, the goal is so it doesn't freeze solid and stay cold, right? Does that actually work? Does anyone actually know, or is that just like one of those things that everyone does that doesn't actually do anything? I have no idea. I just have always done it when you're like, oh, it's getting crazy cold, make sure you do that. I do it. So yeah, but that's why we're not shipping fish, stuff like that. The other reason is I don't want to do it. You know, I take it super personal if a fish doesn't make it alive, and I feel horrible, I refund all the money, that type of thing. And so we're actually evaluating on if there's any employee that wants to take this on, spearhead this project. Right now, no one wants it. Everyone's going, the amount of questions we have to answer when people want to order stuff, and stuff like that. No one wants to be a part of it, and I'm worried that I don't have the time, and so I'm end up cutting people short of like, you know, you want to get guppies, but you've never kept guppies before, but I need to teach you how to keep guppies, and that needs to be 15 different emails before you buy, and then I ship it, and so there's some things, and you know, don't get me wrong, there's some stuff I've got to ship out that once it warms up, people have already bought, that type of thing, but, and some people, you know, they met in Chicago and stuff like that, that I do want to ship you guys out some stuff, but I'm not sure that it's the best use of my time, and that doesn't mean my time's worth more than other people's time, whatever. It just means that right now I'm spread so thin between family in town, holidays, running the store, stuff like that. I've got taxes I got to do, and that's part of the reason why you guys aren't seeing daily doses all the time. But all that kind of stuff, it takes me an entire day to ship out, like, let's say, you know, $500 worth of fish. The reality is, if I was in the store, we could do that in an hour if we had the right people come in. And the reality is, I could ship dry goods and focus on other things, launch other products. Like, I don't know about you guys, but I'm jonesing to launch more products. Like, I've got different products I've been testing, and I gotta get packaging made and stuff like that. But at the moment, I think I finally have reached, like, there's only 24 hours a day to work. And I've reached as many as I can. I still got to sleep like 6 hours a day, and so I'm running out of time to get projects done and videos made that I want to get done. Something's got to give. And the least profitable thing by far is shipping the fish, for sure. And it's not, you know, it's not that I just necessarily don't want to do it either, which I don't, but, you know, we had like, we shipped out a pleco to someone, and the box just got like crushed, straight up just, yep, the mailman crushed the crap out of it. Nothing I can do about that, you know? So it's just when I'm going, I don't really have time to reship, and you know, I end up refunding his money because I didn't have another one of those plecos anyway, but, you know, it's one of those things going, geez, you know, I don't know if this is where I want to spend my time. So we're reevaluating. It might totally come back. I feel like I gotta get an employee that goes, hey, I want to make this my baby. I want to take shipping. I want to take all this stuff, and I want to spearhead it. I want to answer the questions. I want to make it go, blah, blah, blah. Because I'm afraid I don't have the time, and I don't want to provide a bad customer service experience. So that, you know, while most of you are going, well, that sucks, I don't like that. Trust me, you won't like it if, you know, we ship you out fish that arrive dead and I just say, too bad, so sad. Like, I'm trying to be proactive and make sure that every interaction you always have with Aquarium Co-op is 110% every time, not, oh yeah, their plants are great, their products are great, but oh man, watch out for ordering fish or anything like that. We don't want anything like that going on. So that's kind of where I'm at on that, and just updating you guys because I took the fish down because what happened was this, and you know, I always think I'm making things better, maybe I'm making it worse, but every day people are like, when is this coming back in stock? When are bettas hitting? When are panda guppies hitting? When is this? And so I took them down, and there's less emails now, but now the emails are where'd the fish go? And so I'm trying to address that, but you know, the reality is can't ship when it's this cold and with this much delay, and yeah, so like already I'm hoping I get to film tonight. You know, I've got a perfect storm coming. I've got fish and live blackworms landing tonight at the airport, and it's supposed to snow, so that'll be fun, right? I think that's gonna be the first time I've ever had to go get fish while it's snowing, which, you know, maybe some other fish store owners around the country are going, oh, this guy, first time. But, you know, that's just how it is for us. Don't get snow that often. I love snow. But anyway, I thought I'd take you guys on a fish room tour. Like, I've been changing a lot of things, and, you know, I've been ranting a lot into the camera. I haven't shown it all yet, but it'll come out. Basically, just to sum up my entire last week of my life, comes down to this. Dang it, I'm gonna breed live bears. Simple statement. I want to get back into doing what I love as opposed to doing what makes me money or what other people want me to do. And so what does that mean? That means I want to enjoy the stuff I want to enjoy, and I'm going to take you guys along for the ride. Now, you guys are going, I thought you liked what you do. I do like what I do, but when I analyze tanks, there are tanks that make me very, very, very happy, and then there are tanks that I could care less about. And so the reality is, you know, a tank of convicts, I don't care about that. If I had any guppy in the world or any live bear in there, I would be more interested than what I have there right now. Same thing, kind of down here, I've got a Doveye and some Fire Mouse. I'm mildly interested in the Doveye, not interested in the Fire Mouse at all. Like I was gonna be like, yeah, I'm gonna breed them and stuff like that. The reason I haven't bred them, I haven't had the motivation to breed them. So mostly I'm just feeding and making sure they don't kill each other. But that's a far cry from, ooh man, I can't wait to go see something, as opposed to, yeah, I'm just trying to keep from dying. And so when I do come into my fish room here, what do I stop in and look at? I stop in and look at like, ooh, these guys are doing okay. Like, I was really on the fence about getting rid of them, right? But now they're growing on me a little bit. I don't know why. I don't know why my tune is changing. I am always checking in on this tank. This tank here is the revival of my Dumbo guppy. So if you've been with us for a while, you watch me nerd out on these, you watch me kill off the population, you watched me hate myself for being dumb, and then now you're watching me resurrect this thing back from the dead with only the few fry I had. These have all been raising up, and they're going to start a colony, I'm going to breed, and I'm having a lot of fun again focusing in on that. So that's why I'm doing it. And I'm doing the same thing over here. I'm resurrecting the red Russian lace guppies because I enjoy them. What happened? All right, that's the question. What happened, Corey? I got lazy. I was focused on too many things: goldfish, bettas, breeding cichlids, setting up discus, all that kind of stuff. Stuff that I wasn't super duper passionate about, but I want to teach you guys about, and that's a big difference. And so now, yeah, these fry here are raising up, and once they get big enough, boom, that's my colony back and going, and I do enjoy that. So I also really am enjoying these rice fish. I hope to play with them a ton. Ooh, there's an egg. Yeah, not bad at all. Right there, you see the eggs being carried on the anal fin? I'm hoping I can get this to settle in for you. But right there on the anal fin, she's carrying eggs. So I'm hoping, I need to do some work, I gotta get some free time. The goal is to get like these Corydoras out of here and set up an environment where they can parent raise. Wow, there's 2 of them that have eggs, like good, at least 2. So, you know, that means when I see eggs and stuff like that, that means I know I'm doing my job right. Now I just gotta tweak the environment a little bit, and that's my favorite part. My favorite part is, how can I set up this tank to make babies? My favorite part is not, let me collect those eggs, just like those Corydoras eggs, and then raise them artificially. I can do that, but that's not the fun part to me. So, anyway, let's keep looking around here. I desperately want to get these into a bigger tank. You know, these females are just bursting at the seams, and you know, I know they would thrive in a bigger tank. I want to play with some of those dwarf Claroplecos. You know, I need to move these down the street. I'm not in love with these. You can see all the betta simplex. They're all out, they're doing their thing, but I'm just not interested in them. And that's my new motto is, if I don't walk into the fish room and go, ooh, I wonder if they bred or if they've done something. Not that into them. You know, I come in here and I'm checking, and yeah, I've got these blue Silverado Endlers, and I've got these strawberry bettas in there, but they're eating those Endler babies, and I basically just want to breed one batch on camera, just to go, see, I did it. I wasn't a total waste of time. The problem is I don't care that much. And so that's what I'm running into. And it's not that I hate fish, right? Like, I'm not saying I don't care. It's not that I don't care about them. It's just, that's not why I get up in the morning and go, ooh, let's see if I was able to salvage it and make myself not look bad by bringing those into my fish room. So, you know, I'd rather just focus on what I do enjoy. And that's, you know, more rice fish here. Got more eggs. What's up? Nice. I like it. You can see here, carrying eggs. Problem is, betta, that's going to eat me fry, and then I've got these neon tetras, so I'm going to work on getting those out as well, you know, setting the stage. Let's see, what else am I playing with that I really like? These guys I don't really like. I want to play with them maybe a little bit more, but you know, really I feel like I want guppies in there. I want more and more guppies, and that's what you're going to see. You're going to see more and more live bears and guppies because that's what I'm into, and I want platies, I want all kinds of stuff. Like my New Year's resolution is just like, do what I enjoy. Like, I'm working a ton, and I want the things that I enjoy to actually be enjoyable, you know. So I enjoy fish, but if my fish hobby was only convex cichlids, I'm not enjoying that, right? So I want to focus more on what I enjoy, and not as much on what I think I want other people want me to do. And here, I haven't looked down here in a bit. We're growing the jungle, so the jungle is a good sign. I already like, you can see here, got some fry that have grown up, getting decently big now. Got this big old guy right here. See if there's any more small fry in there. So that's the male. He's wide-bodied on him, but yeah, just got, you know, everything kind of. Oh, there's another fry. There's one right there. So there's a couple fry. I think I lost the female a long time ago, or you know, at least a couple months ago. But I had fry, and I knew I could raise them up. But you know, that's kind of fun. I 100% enjoy this tank. Like, and I know everyone that sees it goes, "Why do you enjoy that? It looks like garbage." And I get it. This is not a show tank, but I legitimately enjoy this tank because, just because it's so natural, you know. And so now I just realized this water level I was running down low. Why is it this low though? I'm realizing I don't think there's where's the water line that's supposed to go into here? It's going into this tank. Oh, that's right. I've forgotten projects. So here's what I did. I put it into this tank so I could change more water because this one was leaking out of the bulkhead, and see, I'm disappointed in myself. So my goal was this. My goal was tear these two tanks down. This was like a month ago or 3 weeks ago now. It takes a while to evaporate that much. That being said, giant dehumidifier is right there. But the goal was this. Tear this down, put a 75-gallon tank here, and enjoy it. So now I'm going to put the water back over here so it at least fills up. And I'll deal with a little bit of water on the floor or whatever. But I feel bad now. I mean, obviously, fish are doing fine. But, you know, I'm pulling myself in too many different directions, I feel like, to get what I want done. I'm not spending enough time. Half it's motivation, other half it's just straight up time. You know, it used to be I had Tuesdays and Thursdays were the days off and I could play in the fish room. Well, Tuesdays became packing fish days. So then I only have Thursdays. And like today, you're watching this not on a Thursday, but today I went and cleaned a client's aquarium. I had a business meeting, and the first time I stepped foot in the fish room is at about 5 o'clock at night. And so yeah, I'm gonna be in here for a couple of hours, but imagine how I started the day at 10 a.m. like I used to. Remember the old fish room days where it's like, it's 10 a.m., look what I got done the entire day! And now it's like, oh man, I barely get to feed and move a few things around. You know, so I'm bringing it back to those old days. That's my goal is, let's get through the holidays, people in town, you know, my family. I also got to do a ton of taxes and stuff because it's end of year stuff. I got to reconcile a bunch of stuff. We switched over to the new point of sale system. We've got the new shipping system. We've got all these things. Let me get all that sorted out, and then I can get back to what I love, and that's building and live bearers, right? Because even though I own the tanks and everything, and I've got manpower and whatever, if I come in here, boom, still that rack. How many weeks has it been? 2 or 3 weeks now? 2 or 3 weeks. This rack has just been sitting here doing nothing. I've ordered parts. I've got parts sitting around. I'm ready to act. I just, you know, I'm finally hit a point where I literally don't have an 8-hour stretch to build something like this. And so I've got to free up time, and the time I want to free up is shipping fish. I'd rather give up shipping fish than give up answering you guys' questions. So that's just where I'm at so far until I can get an employee, because I don't think I can pay an employee to answer all the questions the way I would answer them, that type of thing. Unless Lamont. If Lamont came back on board, he would do it the way I would do it. But we've got panda guppies down here. Loving this tank. I look at this one quite a bit. It's enjoyable. Need to call that guy out. It's not dark enough for me. I like him to be darker. You got the babies still. But yeah, I'm really enjoying that tank. Let's see. Yeah, I moved the Barbatus indoors, so that tank's free again. I'm almost done with these guys. I gotta figure out what I want to do with the Cyprichromis. Like, I don't know. I mean, I've made babies, and now it's kind of one of those things. That's the problem a lot of times is like, I get in the mode of, yep, did it. Again. You know, I've read Cyprichromis a few times now. Now it's like, yeah, I did it. It's the 4th time now. It is what it is, you know. But I did get new fish. I want to show you that. Got it from LR Brett's Aquatics. Got those tiger endlers, the rainbow tiger endlers that I wanted, that we saw in his fish room. Got 2 pairs of those bad boys doing their thing. And then, let's see, I think right in here, yeah. These are the blue star endlers, so they're more blue for sure. And some fry came with it, and there should be females in here. Where are the females hiding at? Gotta be in here, right? And you always check the ground, like, okay, they're not on the ground, so where'd they go? They gotta be in here. Or are they just like, I gotta get my hand in here now and be like, are you guys hiding? Where are you? There's a dwarf aquarium lily. Oh, yep, there they are. They were hiding back by the sponge, so. Alright, I'll leave you guys alone. Didn't want to harass you too much. Starting to finally color up on their final adult coloration on the Trophy Stabosii up here. And then, let's see. Oh yeah, I wanted to show these guys off. I don't know if I already showed these guys off, but I'm really enjoying these teacup platies. And you can see there I've got fry in the background there. And you can see these things are really small. Like, so you would say, like, aren't those fry? No, these are the adults. That's what I love about them, is they're so tiny. Love it. Oh yeah, I've got the nanochrome anomalies over there with some Siamese algae eaters mixed with some of the reticulated Siamese algae eaters. That was a special order for someone who I'll be shipping out. The normal, true SAEs, he couldn't get them, so I'll be shipping them once it warms up enough. Let's see, what else am I... There's got to be other stuff. I know I keep running into, like, decently cool stuff. Here's some bettas, you know, the split the betta tank operation going. And, yeah, I just mostly been playing, tinkering. Still got goldfish over here. I'm thinking I might move a bunch of these goldfish down into here and set these up. Like, I'm thinking it'd be really cool to have, like, oh, boom, there I've got up here, let's say it's like my red guppies, and then I've got my Liberty mollies, and then I've got blah, blah, blah. Like, I want to start upsizing this 100-gallon tank right here. This has got these plecos in quarantine. I'll probably sell them off in the store. And I want to get another colony going. I've got, and I forgot to bring them home, I've got more underground filters. I got one for one of these 75/100 gallons. I want to try that out. I just want to get some more tanks going. I do know, like in here, I've got a bunch of these green neons. I need to go to the store. And these are the few fry that were left in the tank when I didn't catch them out of the Dumbo ear guppies. So I want to mix those back in, that type of thing. I want to plant. That's really what I want to do. I want to spend the next forever and a day planting and breeding live bears. And I think what I'm going to do right now is I'm going to go order some more live bears. Yeah, well, I don't know if that makes sense. Like, I've got guppies. I got 3 different strains of guppies on the way. They all got delayed, so they're not shipping this week. And I know I want to try and buy some stuff from Charles Clapsaddle, so maybe I'll put the order in and be like, hey, it's cold, so go ahead and delay it. But I just want to order some stuff. What else? I think I'm going to get, well, I don't know if I'm going to get rid of, but this tank, I ended up swapping the light back onto the goldfish tank so it looked better. And, you know, I need to clean this tank. I'm not motivated. If this tank was filled with guppies, this thing would look amazing because I would be taking care of it. But instead, I've got green water, I've got algae. All the plants are growing at least. Like, that's the good thing, right? That's the good news is, like, I've got Val's growing all around. I've got tons of floating water lettuce. Got the crinum in here I need to stick down, but, you know, the crinum's just floating around in there. But I could easily, you know, move the plants up here and make this into a nice tank. I want to get rid of this, and I want to put an underground filter in this, I think. And I've got the Crypt Huteroi. I got some Crypt Huteroi from LR Brett's, so that's sweet. More babies popping out of these guys. And, yeah. Ooh, look at that. That's quite the little group of babies I got going on over here. I'm impressed myself with this one. You know, I can count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. That's not bad. Anyone that's been breeding goodeids, when you can look into a tank and just spot 14 fry, those are some big batches. I'm stoked on that. Yeah, I like these guys quite a bit. You know, they're not full size yet by any means, but I'm enjoying them. My new heater is rocking, totally rocking on the new heater. You know, I got it set, it's 79 degrees, it's set at 76, And here it is, super duper cold outside, but not cold inside. I'm loving it. Yeah, I'm taking this back to old school, like day in the fish room. You know, maybe I'll call this one Fish Room 40 or whatever, wherever I left off. But here we've got the mystery snails, and for me, I'm enjoying this quite a bit because I haven't killed them, right? I haven't made any more, but I haven't killed them. Normally, I've got such soft, acidic water that it's really hard, but I think where I was going wrong is I wasn't feeding them enough. And so now I just feed the crap out of them. Like this is all crab cuisine, and so it's got lots of calcium in the pellets. I just feed them a ton. They're getting bigger for sure. What I think I need to do is I need to seal up the top a little better because it's not humid enough. So that's part of what I need to do. I'm going to turn this water level down a little bit and pull that and put a backsplash on it and get it to really start thriving for me. You know, and I just want to make some babies. I just want to, you know, who doesn't love live bearers, plants, and then I've had mystery snails. I'd enjoy that tank, just like I enjoy this tank where it's, you know, panda guppies, plecos, and shrimp. You know, that's good times. But alright, I should probably be wrapping this up. I got stuff I want to do. I want to order fish. I want to move stuff around, that type of thing. And you know, me moving 3 neon tetras out of the tank's not really worth showing. And then moving a few Corydoras out of the tank's not really worth showing. I want to do a video where I go to like PetSmart and get some of these basic dudes and breed these up. Good looking betta, by the way. But anyway, I need to get, you know, and part of the problem is I got my whole family inside right now and they're cooking dinner. And they're like, are you going to be joining us for dinner? And I'm like, well, I got to shoot a video, but I am going to go join them for dinner. So, you know, holidays, what are you going to do? Dropping down to 4 videos a week. I'm sorry, the daily doses, they're just super boring right now. Because some days, all I do is I code, right? So it's like, you guys notice different coding changes on the website. Like, if I have a camera on me and it's just an 8-hour time lapse of like, you sat at a computer for 8 hours straight, be like, yep, small business owner. Anyway, thanks for hanging out, guys. Yeah, comment, hang out. Trying to think what else. Don't forget, 8-hour live stream on Christmas. Gonna be awesome. Gonna get some deals, hopefully. I'm already working with some of the vendors, trying to line some stuff up. I think I've got a deal on some Phoenix lights coming. Ooh, on the Stingrays, because I like those the most. I use them in my fish room. That's what all those are. Every single one of those adapters, it's all the Stingray light. I run tons of Stingrays. My favorite light for a fish room. And like Dean, who also has a fish room you've seen on the channel, his fish room all runs Phoenix Stingrays as well. So what else? I think that's it. I need to feed and stuff like that. So maybe I'll end this with a feeding montage. So I think my weapon of choice for tonight is going to be my fry food. You know, squeezed in there. If you guys haven't noticed already on the website, there's actually a Q&A section now on every product, so you guys can submit questions, and ones that are relevant we'll actually post on the website, and then if it's not relevant to the actual product, we'll still answer it, but we won't publish it. So that and reviews help a ton. But yeah, time to feed the fry food out, and it turns out it's really good for the rice fish too, because I'm making some eggs, you know what I'm saying? But time to get my feed on. Oh yeah, I want to show you guys one more thing. I don't know if I showed you guys that, but I am running one underground filter so far. Seems to be working pretty decent. Pull it up right here. We've got my head-rated Formosa. Still only got one side lined up, but you know, working pretty good so far. I got no complaints yet. But yeah, I think that's the end of the video. You can see the fish munching down, but thanks for hanging out, guys. Taco Union. Make sure you're following me on Instagram and Facebook if you're not, because you're missing a lot of content. If you're only watching on YouTube, you're getting like maybe half of the stuff we put out. Oh, don't forget, by the way, if you haven't seen already, because you're not following on Facebook, we did start the blog back up on aquariumcoop.com. So you go there, and I'm posting articles, because some stuff is better written than shown in video, right? And so the first one was on Java Fern. I'll probably make another one here real soon, but that's another thing I'm working on, is I want some written content out there for people as well, not just videos. So, realize that as I, it's an ebb and flow. As something goes down, something else is coming up. It's not from a lack of me doing the work. So anyways, thanks for hanging out, guys. Taco on. We'll see you in the next one.